Hello and welcome to our 300th unboxing video. We decided, since we somehow made it to 300, which is insane, that we would do a special thing and get the old gang back together. So we have Amber in the pink. Yay. And she has a very small special guest on her back. And Hannah in the black in her new library. And Jocelyn, our current children's librarian. Hooray. Believe it or not, so I was like, I should look up the date of our first unboxing video. Does anybody remember what year it was? Do you want to guess? Amber, you were there.
I'm guessing 2018.
2017. You were really close. Halloween.
Really?
Wow.
But that's insane because that's 5 years.
That's insane
and we
because 2020 is now.
I know. And we've both like grown and produced actual children since then. Like so much has happened. So that was really fun. Because this is like our 300th and it's a celebration, we decided to do teen books because we always have a lot of fun with the teen books, and we passed out the books ahead of time. So everybody has a book. Yeah, let's do it. So Hannah, do you want to go first?
Sure. I didn't peek at these, so I have no idea. I mean, as it's supposed to be, really. Ooh, When You Get the Change. This is by Emma Lord.
Chance.
And I feel like, yeah, so it's from the same author as Tweet Cute, and You Have a Match, so it must be a nice romance novel. And oh, she leaves open a browser window, and her father, she finds that her father has been online, and she helps him find her mom.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of interesting. A big-hearted novel about falling in love and making a mess. Sounds about right.
Jocelyn.
So my first book is The Bone Spindle by Leslie Vedder. And this is a fairy tale, but flipped on its head. You need to kiss the prince to break the curse. And our heroine is absolutely reluctant, is not interested in kissing any princes, and does not, just doesn't believe in all this stuff. But she's being haunted by Briar Rose, and she's going to have to get on it.
I like that cover because it reminds me a little of like the illustrated fantasy covers I remember as a kid, with like a little bit modern art style. Okay, Amber.
Yeah, it's got some really great detail.
In true unboxing fashion, I didn't actually take them out of the box yet, so I'm going to be so
Amber's
surprised.
the only one who's not cheating.
Let's see.
I didn't cheat.
So, oh, well, this sounds typical. I must betray you. And actually, it looks a little bit serious because there's a flag on it. Trust no one, tell no one, spies are everywhere. Europe. Oh. I mean, I feel like this one maybe. So Romania, 1989. Communist regimes are crumbling across Europe. Yeah, so like a bit of historic fiction that might be a little bit timely also.
I feel like her first book was pretty dark. Maybe somebody else remembers, but I think it was about a famous boat, not the Titanic, but another famous boat that sunk and a whole bunch of people died, which is like a pretty dark topic too.
There's Salt to the Sea and The Fountains and Silence. They all sound like really...
Yeah, I think it was Salt to the Sea.
Yeah.
Hey, Eliza, mine is called Loveless by Alice Osman. Oh, look, she's like, I like how they got this like triangle thing going. A funny, honest, messy story of Georgia, who doesn't understand why she can't crush and kiss and make out like so many of her friends do. And then she discovers that she's in the A range of the LGBTQIA plus spectrum and starts to understand that she's asexual. I love this. We have not really had a YA release about a kid who's asexual, and I know that it's something that I think we needed out there. So that's great. Hey.
Yeah, totally agree. I have to fix something. This is when you get the chance, not change, chance.
And none of us corrected you, Hannah.
No, I did.
But I didn't hear you.
I just wanted like, I'm
because-
letting it go.
Yeah,
So
this
that's
is
how you know I
YA.
just opened the box. Okay, I have a new one. Ooh, here's to us. This
Oh,
is
cute.
by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. They've written a few really sweet romances, and this is another one. It's about Ben and Arthur starting out in college and in New York City. So the two of them are definitely going to have to meet. It sounds like there's a mystery boy and some things that will stand in their way, but it's so sweet.
I have a biography. We don't usually have biographies. This is A Face for Picasso, a memoir by Ariel, Henley, and it is about two identical twin sisters who are diagnosed with Crozon syndrome. It's a rare condition where the bones in the head fuse prematurely. They're the first twins who survived having this condition, and so they keep having to get surgeries to break their skull bones and expand their heads, which is super
God.
intense. But they're identical twins, and then every time they go through these surgeries, they see each other and they don't recognize each other. So there's a lot of really interesting and strange, like a lot in here about talking about what's beautiful and what's normal and what's like physically possible. Very, very
It's
interesting.
such a wild premise, like
Yeah. Sounds
something I
like
would
a
not
really
have thought.
powerful story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could
Amber.
make- Okay. Count Your Lucky Stars paperback. For some reason, I like paperbacks sometimes. You know, it just seems like you can just pick it up and read it anywhere. Will this be their second chance at first love? So it sounds like we have a little bit of a romance. And this author, Alexandria Bellefleur, has written a bunch of romances before. Yeah, a series of unfortunate events leaves someone without a place to stay, but then fate has it, ends up with someone staying with someone. Lucky Stars, second chance of love. So,
Oh,
you know,
it looks really
you could expect.
accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something you would pick up to enjoy. Okay, mine is, I love this title. Cold the Night, Fast the Wolves, Meg Long. I have to say, I didn't cheat and look at the books, but I did we ordered the books. So I knew about them. When I saw this title, I was like, that's such a cool title. I want to read the book. And then when I read the premise, I was like, oh man, that sounds really dark. So this is a fantasy, and it's about a sled race where they have fighting wolves. I don't know. She's like, for some reason, how she ends up in a race through the Arctic with a wolf. And they have to fight ice goblins, giant bears, and a gang.
Huh.
But I love the title so much. I think I'm going to give it a try, even though, woo, says the cold never breaks, neither will she.
You should read it now while it's cold so you can really get in the
I
mood.
know. It'll make me appreciate that even though it's cold and snowy here, at least we aren't like in a deadly tundra.
I will say I was not expecting to hear ice goblins. So
Yeah, that threw me too. Or giants even.
Yeah.
Hannah.
All right. Ooh, all right. Let's see if I get the title right this time. Lulu and Milagro's Search for Clarity. Two sisters and one life-changing trip. That looks good. By Angela Velez, maybe? Yeah. So it looks like they're in high school, but they're getting ready to go into college. So that's kind of the age range. And they're first generation Americans whose family is from Peru. Glittery lipstick. One
I love
wants
that
to go
it's a
to
book about
college,
sisters.
one doesn't. Yeah. And so they have to become kind of partners as they deal with family expectations and life. And you know what? I just don't think there's enough books about siblings. I think it's a really good subject area. So there's that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on and
Okay.
talk about something scary, but first we have a cutie up front with the best hoodie on.
No.
He hears
So-
all the voices and is very interested in the books, I think. So
Yeah.
All right, kiddo,
We'll
this
see.
one you're gonna have to wait a little bit for because it is Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood, and it is a Gothic fairy tale. It says it's a mix between Mexican Gothic and Jane Eyre. Yeah, an exorcist hired to cleanse households of the evil eye, but has some trouble getting hired, so goes to work for someone who is rude, demanding, eccentric, and everybody has always quit, but she's out of luck. This is definitely a classic setup. Yeah, everything is, and it says, it goes on that it is like even more horrifying than she expected, but maybe he's a cutie. So she gets sucked in.
Nice.
Last
we
book. Everybody can
an
make it.
increasingly unwilling participant in the video. So I go to my last book. It's called Anatomy, a love story. And I just noticed that the front cover is, look at it. It's a heart, but it's actually a girl and her dress. You see that?
Cool.
Very freaky. Okay. A love story. Part of Reese's book club. Is that Reese Witherspoon or?
Yes, it's Reese Witherspoon.
This one was too.
And that
so
one
it's by-
specifically, Anatomy, had a ton of holds on it for a YA book. Like YA books don't normally have the same number of holds as adult, and that one had just a ton.
Well, I wonder if because it's on Reese's YA book club. I don't know. But it's
It's
by
also, I
Shanna-
think, isn't it like a Victorian historical fiction? I think that's a little bit in right now.
It says a Gothic tale full of mystery and romance. The lead character's name is Hazel, which I actually really like that name. But yeah, so Gothic, a little bit creepy. I'm not gonna lie with the cover. It looks like a heart, but it's actually a person. So
I have my last, this is the very last book. It is Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. It says National Book Award winner. And I do remember seeing her name in the news. It doesn't want to tell us what it's about. So this takes place in 1954. It's about two girls who are falling in love right in the middle of the Red Scare. And plus one of them is Chinese American, which makes things hard. And the book is named for the Telegraph Club, which is like a lesbian bar. And yeah, I really wish I could remember. I feel like Melinda Lowe has written other books, but maybe they're adult books. This might be her first teen book. Let's see.
Her name is super familiar. But
Oh
I'm
no,
not-
it's not her first. Okay. No, she definitely is a YA writer. Yeah, and she's won awards for her other books too. Oh, and she lives in Massachusetts. Yay. So this is good. This got amazing reviews. It won an award. And it sounds like just like a really powerful story. So that was it. I really wish we could have everyone together every week. This was nice to see all your faces. And I don't know, we'll do maybe a few hundred more and then we'll see what happens.
yeah, you get back to me when
Maybe
it's
by
number
then
400.
the pandemic will be over and we can actually get together in person.
That'd be awesome.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.